Hello everyone, I'm Mark Aldridge and I wanted to post up a review of the Tankstick. Oh, hello, so please excuse the dog. Which is a game controller which you can use on the PC. You can get adapters for Xbox, PS3, PS4, whatever version they're on now. You can get adapters for all the different consoles that are out there. So it's an old school, if you like, game controller in the traditional style of arcade gaming. So if you're into sort of retro gaming, like using MAME emulators, etc., this, in my opinion, is the best joystick system you can get. It's made by a company called Xgaming, which is an American company. And as such, the components are really built to withstand a lot of punishment. You can really hang off these joysticks, mash these buttons, and this unit will just take it, no problem. I've had this particular one for 7 years now, and it works as fine today as the day that I got it. It really does. So have a little look through what we've got here. So two joysticks, two 8-way joysticks, and first of all we've got 2 buttons each here for standard gaming. Say a shoot 'em up, fire, bomb, then you can just map these 2 buttons for playing that sort of game. And then you've got 2 banks of 3 in the traditional style of Street Fighter. If you play Street Fighter 2, 3, 4, whatever, this is perfect for that. So you've got 8 buttons each, mappable on the surface here. And these joysticks and buttons are premium grade, professional arcade quality. They really are. They're awesome. You probably can't hear that, but the micro switches are superb. They're absolutely wonderful. And in my opinion, these joysticks are also the best shape joysticks. The other common shape is the ball shape, basically like often it's a red coloured ball, and they're fine, but I just prefer this shape. I think it fits much more ergonomically in the hand. It's easier to control than a round ball is. The buttons, again, in my opinion, are the best. They're just awesome. They're like the best buttons you used to get in arcades of years gone by. So again, the micro switches are exemplary. Just you can hit that as fast as you want, and you'll always get a clean, unique, individual input on each press. Also, each button is concave, which again I think is the best shape. Gives you the best amount of control, and you get minimum finger slippage, especially if you're getting sweaty hands and fingers after playing for a long time. The other common one is sort of a slightly convex shape. They're often clear, translucent sort of red plastic, and I just don't like those at all. They're much more prone to slippage. So again, the button designs on these are the best you can get. They're fantastic. Now, X-Arcade actually do make several different types of controllers. They do a single player one, so basically which is just this portion here, which is fine if you want to play on your own. It's the same components, it's just that sort of individual piece. They do a 2-player version, which is the same as these 2 sections, but without this middle section here. And then they do this Tankstick version, which is the 2 players and this middle section, which includes a trackball. The trackball, by the way, is again brilliant, premium quality, heavy, precise, and brilliant if you want to play games like Missile Command, Centipede, golf games. Lots of golf games use trackballs. But that's not. I didn't really buy it for the trackball. The main reason I bought the Tankstick was because there's two reasons really. Having this section here makes it heavier, and this is a heavy, real heavy unit, and to me the heavier the unit is, the better the unit, because one thing you don't want when playing any game, especially on a tabletop controller like this, is any slippage or movement of the controller, and this won't move, especially if you put a few little rubber feet on the bottom. This weighs over 7 kilos. It's a real lump. It's really quite heavy, and that's the first reason why I bought this one, because it's the heaviest that they do. The second reason is the inclusion of this middle piece with the trackball means that the distance between these two sets of controls is increased, and I like playing two-player games, two-player cooperative games or fighting games. When you're playing two-player games, you want the greatest distance between you as you can get, so you're not cramped, so your elbows are not bashing into each other. I'm sure we've all played over the years, two people on a keyboard, and it's cramped, it's very difficult. With this, there's plenty of room for two of you to stand or sit side by side, get your elbows flailing, and play Street Fighter or whatever game it is you want to play. So those are the two reasons why I bought the Tankstick. As I say, if you go on the Xgaming website, you can buy a cheaper version of this without the trackball. It just means it's a bit lighter and a bit closer together, but the components are just as good. So that's my initial sort of comments on it. One of the things I really love about the Tankstick as well is that when you plug it in, okay, at the back here, it's quite old, so it's got PS2 connectors, would you believe, which you don't have to use, because next to each one of those is a USB. So you plug it in by USB if you're using it on a PC, and it's recognised as a keyboard, a standard keyboard, and that's brilliant, because whenever you're in any game, you can just go into the keyboard settings and then assign any of these keys to the action that you want to perform in that game. So if, for example, you're in, I mean, it could be anything. Let's say you're in Call of Duty, you want to do up and down, you would go in, you'd remap it, and you would just push up on the joystick, and then down for down, left for left, right for right, and it will be mapped to like number, numerical keypad 8, number 6, number 4, etc. So they're just basically keyboard presses mapped to a joystick movement. And again, same for all the buttons. You can do that for any game. It's brilliant. So that means it's got great flexibility. So that's one of the things I really love about it. And of course, I use MAME a lot. I do a lot of retro gaming with MAME. Again, it's brilliant on MAME. I just assign the movements to the particular game I want to play, and the buttons, and then you're off and running. As I said, I bought mine 7 years ago, this particular one, and it's just absolutely perfect. It's just really well made and well designed. I've only got one small complaint, and that is on the bottom. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I've actually put blue tack, white tack. They've got 6 screws on the bottom, and they actually sit slightly proud of the surface. So be careful putting this on your favourite coffee table, because these screws will scratch the hell out of it, as I found out the first time I ever did it. So I put blue tack over them to help protect it. And best bet is probably put some sort of blanket or something to cover the table if you've got like a top quality expensive table. These will ruin it. That's my only sort of downside to the design of it, really. I don't know why they did those not countersunk and sort of recessed in. But having said that, I once tripped over this back in there's a cable at the back here, and just wrenched it so hard that the joystick stopped working, and I was like, oh no, what have I done? So again, I did undo these 6 screws, but brilliantly inside, nothing's soldered or hardwired. It's all on jumpers, little jumpers. So, and it would come off the jumper, so I just pushed it back on, everything was fine again. So it's really well thought out, and it's definitely made by people who have a love of arcade gaming and old school sort of retro gaming, if you like. And as I said, these components are all the top quality you can get. And on the website you can buy individual, they sell all the individual components, so if you ever have a problem you could buy a button or a joystick switch or something like that. They have all of the gear. It's really good, and I haven't seen a better joystick setup than this. There's loads of them out there now. When I got this there wasn't that many at all, but now there's loads more. But to me this is the Rolls Royce. You get this and it will outlive you. It really will, and you'll have a heap of fun playing games with this, especially fighting games. It's just awesome for that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review. I will try to post up another review going forward when I'm actually using the machine to maybe demonstrate it. But thank you very much, and goodbye.